Hi, I'm Anna Hughes, and this is my MYP research project on how drag has influenced modern makeup. This is my second part of the series where I will be covering contour, which is already done. In this case, I have gone for a more natural look as opposed to ones that drag queens and performers actually use in order to fully change their features. This is more of a modernized version of it, but if you would like to continue to learn about queer culture, house culture, drag culture, as well as learning how to contour, please continue watching. To continue our discussion of house culture, first let's explore the most geographically relevant aspect, the Washington, D.C. ball culture. This was created in the late 20th century, increasing in popularity following the 1980s. The houses that were created in D.C., subsequently pioneering the ballroom scene, included, but aren't limited to, the House of Aviance and the House of Balenciaga. D.C. is also where Avis Pendavis got her start before forming the legendary House of Pendavis, based in New York City. Unlike New York's ballroom scene, however, D.C. didn't become relevant until the 60s due to its lack of performance space. By the 90s, there were over 40 balls a week, even more than New York, San Francisco, and Atlanta. As for Baltimore, the drag scene is similar to that of DC's. However, 38% of gay male youth are diagnosed with AIDS, contrasting Maryland's high total of public health funding. Organizations similar to Project Vogue are currently trying to combat this. As for ballroom culture's representation, it is incredibly limited. Paris is Burning was one of the first forms of media covering this rich culture in 1990, but other than that documentary, very little coverage exists despite its massive influence. Have you ever wondered about the origins of Madonna's Vogue? Madonna came up with the idea after watching a drag ball and seeing Willie Ninja voguing. Voguing is a type of dance that is supposed to tell a story and carry meaning through acting out different things and posing like the models you might see on Vogue, how the term was coined. Willie Ninja was the grandfather of voguing and truly one of the best. Ninja passed away in 2006 due to AIDS-related illnesses and leaves a legacy behind. As for more recent media coverage, an example would include Pose, an FX television series originally airing in 2018 that is set in 1990s Harlem. Despite being fictional, much of it is based on true events, and it does an excellent job in portraying the discrimination faced by those in the house and LGBTQ communities. Kiki is another, more recent documentary that covers similar topics to Paris is Burning while discussing how they interact with Black Lives Matter and trans rights being debated on a political stage. Ballroom culture has also inspired the likeness of Beyoncé, with her noting the passion and fire that the performers had and how she tried to recreate it in her performances. Another artist who commented on ballroom culture was poet Langston Hughes. In his autobiography, he recounts his experience of attending a 1920s drag ball, saying, quote, "Strangest and gaudiest of all Harlem spectacles in the 20s. The queerly assorted throng on the dance floor, males in flowing gowns and feathered headdresses, and females in tuxedos and box-back suits." Despite this culture being severely underrepresented and under-researched, as I found to be true throughout the research aspect of my project, I am hoping that this video series will assist in undoing that bias. To wrap up this part of the series, I invite you to explore the media I discussed earlier if you have the time. If you are interested by this topic, you will find the documentaries and other media mentioned incredibly genuine and thought-provoking. In the following two parts, I will connect this information to the core of my topic, how drag culture has influenced modern makeup and why the original creators of this makeup technique are being overlooked and underrepresented. In this video clip, I am wrapping up the contour makeup look and adding definition by using highlight. Highlight, in the sense that we have today, was not super popular around the time of drag balls, but they did use concealer and other things to create the illusion. And here's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching my contouring video. Please let me know if this helped you personally or if it helps you learn. I would love to know in the comments, but yeah, thank you so much and continue for part 3.